Alright, what is going on, guys? We got bored and welcome back to another video. So basically my friend caught feelings for this girl on Snapchat, but the funny thing is it was actually a guy. Okay, so this story all started about a week ago. I actually remember it super clearly. Me and the boys were just like vibing in gym class and we were all really bored and like nothing had been going on lately. There was nothing really exciting happening at the time, at least like in our friend group and stuff. Things were looking drier than the Sahara Desert, okay? Like everything was so boring and we just needed something to do, you know? So we were just sitting there thinking of what to do, and then I remembered one of our friends who had just gotten out of a relationship like about a month ago. And so since he was looking for a girl and maybe we could catch him simping, I was like, guys, what if we catfish him? Like that would be so funny. Just to like see what he says if he thinks this is cute girl and like catch him being a mega simp. Like I don't think this guy is a mega simp, okay? He's a good friend of mine, but it would be pretty funny to catch him simping. Especially if the girl he was simping on wasn't actually a girl and it was just us. So we had like a basic idea of what we were gonna do, okay? We knew we were gonna catfish him, but we still needed to be a little big brain and figure out how we would actually do it and like how we would actually make it funny, because there was a good chance that he wouldn't even simp at all or like say anything funny. We had a little planning to do, you know, because like he could figure out it's us probably pretty easily if we didn't plan things out. So after hard work, and by that I mean like 20 minutes in gym class or something, we finally came up with an idea for how we could successfully catfish him. So the game plan was we would do it over Snapchat, okay? Because Snapchat you can just add people whenever you want, and like you can do the same with Instagram, I guess, but like making a whole fake Instagram is kind of hard. And of course we wouldn't want to do it through phone number because we can't like make a new phone number. So anyway, we were gonna make a fake Snapchat to catfish him, okay? So the name for the fake Snapchat was gonna be some basic white girl name or something. And to ensure the privacy of our fake Snapchat catfish, I'm gonna make a fake name for the fake name that we use. So let's make the name for our fake catfish like Taylor or something, okay? And you know what, if we're assigning names right now, the name for the kid we're gonna catfish is like let me think about it for a second. How about like Roger or something? I don't know. What fake names have I not used? So the catfish for Roger was gonna be this girl named Taylor. We were gonna say that she's in our grade, of course, and then she goes to like some school that's near ours, but like nobody really knows the people from it, so he wouldn't be able to like tell if that person doesn't actually go to that school. So we made the Snapchat account, we made the little Bitmoji, and then we like tried to spam each other so we could get a believable amount of snap score, because if the account had like 0 snap score, he would know that it's fake. So fast forward to a couple days ago and the account is finished. We even had pictures of a random girl that my friend knows from like another state so that we could send it to him for when he asked what she looks like. Like everything was ready to go and locked and loaded, okay? So we're all talking to each other about it and we're thinking of a time to commence the operation, okay? When are we actually gonna start it and add him on Snap? Because we had to do it at the perfect moment, okay? We had to make sure everything goes to plan. We decided which one of my friends would control the account and like actually send the stuff to him, and then we would all like tell him what to send just to make sure it was funny as possible. And then we realized that Valentine's Day was that Friday, okay? Like the best time to catch someone simping and catfish them instead of actually having a girlfriend is definitely Valentine's Day. Like Valentine's Day is basically just International Simp Day, okay? Now I know you guys might think I'm salty just because my only Valentine is the boys, but like if a simp's ever gonna simp, it's definitely on Valentine's Day. And that's a fact, okay? You can look that up on any trusted news source you want, okay? Cite your sources for me, buddy. So Friday comes and I come home from school instead of going out with anybody. Females, hit me up if you're interested. I'm just putting that out there. So as soon as I get home from school, I log onto the fake account and add Robert on Snap. But here comes our first problem, okay? Because I thought he would add the account back like almost immediately, you know, as soon as he saw it. Like he was even talking to me earlier that day about how he's lonely on Valentine's Day. Like I thought he would add the account back instantly because he really wanted that. But I waited like 3 hours and he still didn't add the account back, which isn't that long of a time, but like I thought it would be simping at least a little bit, and like we couldn't do anything until he added the account back. It had been a little while and he still hadn't done anything, so the boys council decided that we had to use brute force to make him add the account back. You know, like desperate times call for desperate measures, okay? Nothing could happen unless he added it back. We needed to do something. So me and my friend who was in on the joke, who we were just gonna call Pedro for the sake of this story, we decided that we were gonna talk to him and tell him that we had gotten added by this fake account, and then tell him that he should add it too. Because if we talked about it around him and asked if he got added by her too, then he would check and see like, oh, did I get added by this person or not? And then he would add us back. That's all part of the big brain mentality, okay guys? But we couldn't just tell him to pull up to one of our houses like right then and there just to like talk about this girl. So me and Pedro decided to resort to Xbox Live Party Chat, okay? Because we know that Robert is a very epic gamer, and so if we got on Xbox Mic Chat, we could just add him to the call and then just put our plan into effect from there, okay? So me and Pedro get into an Xbox Live call with Robert, and we start out just by talking about like Minecraft or whatever, you know, just like normal stuff that you talk about on Xbox. But then me and Pedro were like, yo, Robert, do you know this girl Taylor? And he was like, nah, bro, I have no idea who that is, which of course he didn't because she doesn't exist. And we were like, bruh, she goes to a different school school, but she added me on Snap, and she said that she's adding a bunch of guys from our school, so like, did you get a Snap from her or not? And he was like, nah, I don't think so, like, I'm too ugly, she would never add somebody like me. Which is completely bullcrud, okay? The homie Robert is not ugly. He just didn't have that much self-confidence at the time, so we were like, bro, no, just check your Snap, like, I'm sure she added you, she added a bunch of people, because we knew she added him, because it was just us, like, we had added him before, like, of course he got added by that account, but he was like, no, I'm looking through it right now, and I don't see any girl named Taylor. Like, he was making it really hard for us, because telling him that she existed wasn't enough, okay? I'm sure he had seen that she added him, but like, he wasn't convinced that he should add her back, okay? So I came up with the most big brain play that I have ever performed in my entire life, okay? I said, Robert, she's so cute, and she says she likes tall guys, and so I've been snapping her, but once she figures out that I'm like 5'4", she's not gonna be that happy, but you might have a chance, because you're really tall. Because my man Robert is built like the Empire State Building, okay? He's massive, bro. And as soon as he heard the mere opportunity of getting some coochie, he was instantly on board. So he adds the account back, and then me and the boys decide to commence phase 2, which is just like talking to him, okay? Just getting our boy Robert to make some small talk with this girl Taylor that doesn't exist. So Robert was like, okay, she just snapped me, what should I say? And me and Pedro were like, you know, just like make small talk, you know, ask her which school she goes to, what she likes to do, and stuff like that. Like, just get to know each other. And so Pedro was telling him what to say and like giving him relationship advice on how to pull this girl, while Pedro was literally controlling the Snapchat account that Robert was talking to. Like, it was crazy, bro. I tried so hard not to laugh. So they were just talking and stuff, and Robert thought he was talking to this cute girl, but he was actually just talking to Pedro, who was on the mic with him. And there was a bunch of times when he definitely could have noticed that it wasn't actually this girl, and it was just like one of us. Like, he was telling her what music he likes, and he says he likes jazz music, and I said as a joke, you should say you like jazz, like the thing from the B movie. And he was like, nah, that sounds dumb, I'm not gonna say that, like, I'll just say that I like jazz music or something. But then Pedro on her account said back, you like jazz, like what he was about to say. And he was like, oh my gosh, she gets the joke, like how does she even know? It's like she's reading my mind or something, and he had no idea. So after some small talk, we decided that we had to actually start flirting with this guy with This is so dumb. This is how I spent my Valentine's Day, boys. So we go on the account and we ask him what he looks like, and he sends back this picture of him doing the little ah ha 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 face, and he took the picture with like this filter that like auto-tunes your face to make you look better or something. Like, he was trying really hard to look good for this girl, okay? Which I understand. You want to make a good first impression, even if the girl on the other end is just one of the boys, but we're not going to talk about that part. So after he sends the picture of his face and like what he looks like, we use the account and send back like a bunch of stuff hyping him up, like, oh my god, you're so cute, stuff like that, just to show our interest. This is so stupid. So of course, after he sent what he looked like, of course he was expecting like something back, you know, of what she looked like or what we look like, but not actually us. And we had this picture on deck ready to go, like I said earlier in the video, of this girl like that my friend knows from another state or whatever. It was a pretty good picture too, I gotta admit. Like, if I was talking to somebody on Snap and they sent me that picture and said that's how they looked, I would be pretty interested, okay? So we send him that picture and just wait for a response, okay? And we're just sitting there in silence for a little bit. He's not really saying anything on the mic, and then after a couple seconds, he just starts freaking out. He's like, oh my god, guys, this is insane, she's so hot, she just sent me a picture of what she looks like she's absolutely gorgeous, guys, this is insane. He's getting all excited and stuff, and we're just like sitting there acting surprised, trying not to laugh because we knew it was just us that sent him the picture. And he was like, okay guys, I gotta play my cards right, okay? So we were still like walking him through it, telling him what to say and stuff. It was so funny. He was like flirting back and forth with this thing that like he had no idea who it was, and it was just us. Like, I know I've said this like 6 times, but it was honestly hilarious. Like, how did he not figure it out? There were so many times when we would say something in the Xbox mic chat, and then the person that was on the other end would say the exact same thing. Or like on the Catfish account, we would just say something like really weird, but he just wouldn't care. He would be like, oh, that's a little odd. Like, when I tell you he had no idea, I mean it. Like, he had no idea that it was us. And you know what the funny thing is? He still doesn't know. It's been like a week since we've done this. I know I've like recorded this video over a couple weeks, but it's been like a week since this all happened, and he still has no idea that anything was sus. But then after a while, you know, things were getting a little boring between the two of them, or the two of us, I guess, I don't know. And we decided we had to take it up a notch, okay? Because we had some more pictures, okay, of this girl, and we had some pictures that weren't really her face, if you know what I mean. These pictures were kind of showing a little more, you know, and I don't think our boy Roger had really received any of these, so we decided that we were gonna send him some, okay? It could be his first time. Now that I think of it, it's kind of sad that his first time receiving pics was like of from the boys. But at the end of the day, you know, it was all for the funny, so we decided to go through with it. So we got onto the account, or Pedro got onto the account because he was controlling it, and he decided to ask him the question, do you want some spicy pictures? Of course, we didn't actually say spicy pictures, but you know what I mean. You catch my drift. And we sent it to him and waited. We waited for a response or for him to say something, and it was golden. We're all sitting there in silence, or probably not silence because all the boys were screaming at that point, but we were all sitting there and we just hear Roger go, guys, she asked me if I want pics. No way, bro, this is insane. This actually can't be happening. Let's go. And so we said, okay, sir, are you gonna say yes? Or like, what are you gonna say? And he's like, oh, bro, are you stupid? Of course I'm gonna say yes. And everybody in the call was like hyping him up and stuff, like, yeah, let's go, Roger, you got this. It was getting pretty late at night at this point, and like there were people who joined the Xbox call who didn't even know that it was a prank, and they were like still hyping him up. And so it became time to send them, and we needed the pictures. So in the group chat that we made, because we made a whole group chat to plan this out, and in the group chat we were like, okay boys, so who has the pictures? Like, we need them now, because our boy Pedro didn't have them on his phone, and Roger was expecting them, so we needed the pictures like immediately. Okay, so everybody was like spamming the group chat, like asking whoever had the pictures. Like there was probably 300 messages sent in that like 1 minute that we needed the pictures, because we didn't know who had them, because Pedro did not have them on his phone. And you know, our boy Roger was getting a little impatient. He was like, guys, she left me unopened, I don't know what to do. He was getting all worried and stuff. He was like, oh, what if she's like leading me on or something? What if she's gonna reject me? Oh, she's not gonna send me anything. Like, we needed these pictures fast, like ASAP. Okay, our whole cover could be blown. And as we were waiting for the kid with the pictures to send them to the group chat, we were trying to like reassure him that everything would be fine. We were like, Robert, it's okay, she's not ignoring you, she's probably just like taking the pictures or something. Okay, it takes time, you can't rush art, buddy, just wait a second. And then finally, after a couple minutes, the kid who had the pictures sent them to the group chat, and we sent them to Robert, and he freaked out. He was so hyped. He was like, let's go boys, mission accomplished, I got him, let's go. He started celebrating and stuff, feeling all happy for himself, feeling all accomplished and stuff. But then after a couple minutes of celebrating, he was deciding on what to do next, because he needed to know what to send back. He was a little confused, you know, it was his first rodeo, that's okay. So he asked us, like, guys, what do I do? Like, do I send one back or something? Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, I don't want to make this awkward or anything. Like, do you guys know what to do? He was starting to consider like sending pictures of himself back, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, if she sent them to me, I should probably return the favor, you know, it's only out of courtesy. But everybody was like, no, you should not do that. Like, it's not a good idea to have pictures of yourself going around and stuff. Like, you probably should stay away from that kind of stuff, because we're not trying to get sent pictures of Robert's pee-pee, okay? That's taking it a little too far. And he understood. He was like, yeah, you know, I probably shouldn't send stuff like that. I'm not really comfortable with that anyway, which is good, okay? So that was it. He didn't really send anything back. I don't remember what he sent back, but it wasn't anything crazy, okay? And for the rest of the night, he was like giving us relationship advice and like feeling all good about himself and stuff. Honestly, I'm happy for him, because even though it was all fake and it was just meant to be like a funny joke, a funny prank to play on our friend, he turned out to be really happy with how the situation ended. And now, you know, he used to not have that much self-confidence, but now he pulls up to school every day looking like the man, and I'm happy for it. Like, anybody would be happy if they got some coochie, like, let's be honest. I feel like we kind of helped our boy Robert a little bit, even if we did it by catfishing him. I think he still doesn't even know it was us, because like there wasn't really that much to give it away, or there kind of was, but like he didn't really realize, and he hasn't said anything about it since, so he probably still thinks it was real. But on that note, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed making it. I know I haven't posted in like 6 months, but that's okay. We're not gonna talk about that. There really just wasn't anything to talk about, you know. Things were really dry, like I said at the beginning of the video, so I might start making like different types of videos in between the story times just to keep the channel active, because there's not always something to make a story time video about. But as always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We got bored for more random videos at random times, and I will see you guys in the next one.
You don't know, keep it on the low.